When using the determinate beams section of MdSolids, first thing we have to do is set up our beam cross section. So we'll go to section properties. And let's pretend I'm just doing a simple rectangular beam. I'll do a 2 by 4. I actually want this to be in inches. I'm going to set up the modulus elasticity to be based off of my activity 2.1.4, the beam deflection. So in that one I got roughly 1.2 million. And that's in pounds per square inch. And then I'm going to say compute. And that gives us this chart here, which tells us a lot of information. Gives us our moment of inertia, gives us our beam, our centroid location. We can switch our properties to figure out our other information. At this point, we don't need that, so we can close that. And we can hit back. What's nice about this is it stores that information. And what we're going to do is go over here to the determinate beams. Our beam is a simply supported beam, so we're going to select that. The beam length you need to put in, and I'm going to put mine in feet and pretend that it's 8 feet long. My left support is going to be at 0, and my right support is going to be at 8. Which for you might adjust in a little bit depending on where you put your supports. You can see it gives us a simply supported beam with a pin support and a roller support. What we need to do is apply a force, apply a load. I'm going to apply a downward force here. My load location is going to be right in the middle at 4 feet. And I'm going to put the magnitude of force for, let's say for one of the students that stood there. Let's say that they weighed 125 pounds. And then I'm going to hit enter. And it's going to give us some information here at first. For me, what I need to do is go up to options. I need to change it to a slope deflection diagram. And then I'm also going to go down here and change this to inches. If you like metric, go with that. For me, I'm going to change it and get it into inches. And what you need to make sure you do here is check and make sure that you only have one applied force. So what you can do is, to check that, is go into here and it should just say P1 with so much force. If you end up having P1, P2, P3, the values you're going to get down here are not going to be too accurate. So what you can do to change that is you can actually hit this left arrow here and go back. You can adjust load locations, or let's say for example if this was a load you want to get rid of, you could just delete it. So that you wouldn't have multiple loads or multiple forces being applied there. Alright, and those are the steps that you would take in order to use the determinate beams module in MdSolids.